Tim, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be giving you a guided tour of exactly what it's like to attend a BTS concert, from my perspective anyway. It was my first experience, and I wanted to take you all along for the ride. An incredible, unforgettable night. Let's get started. First things first, some quick terminology for the uninitiated. This is BTS, worldwide Korean pop sensation. You've probably heard of them. This is ARMY, BTS's affectionate nickname for their tens of millions of fans all across the world. And this is an ARMY bomb, a multicolored LED Bluetooth light stick. At concerts, they all synchronize, creating these dazzling effects across the entire stadium. And now, back to the show. Hours before showtime, various booths are set up outside the venue. Merch, free food, and plenty of photo opportunities. Like a self-contained festival, BTS concerts offer all-day entertainment. Doors were scheduled to open at 5:30, so to be safe, we headed to the gate around 4:30. It was clear people had been lined up for hours already. Quick COVID check, then to the back of the line. Back, all the way back. It was a long line, and all along the way, countless die-hard ARMY, showing love and support for BTS in their own unique ways. Everyone was impressively polite and respectful. Nobody hesitated to give directions or follow instructions. A kind person even gave out some free merch. Despite the thousands of people in line, everybody was calm and orderly. After opening, it took us about 30 minutes to reach the front, and the air was positively buzzing. Finally, we arrived inside Sofi Stadium. The arena is absolutely massive. A literal sea of ARMY, shuffling in and out, up and down, merch booths, food stalls, people and lines everywhere. Past the 300s, down the escalator, down the stairs, into the VIP section, through the lounge, past someone dressed as butter, literally, and we arrive. A panoramic view of the entire stadium. Music videos and commercials hype up the crowd. The anticipation intensifies. Everybody is vibing, singing, dancing, and the show hasn't even started yet. Suddenly, all the ARMY bombs sync up. A trio of music videos pumps up the crowd. The atmosphere is exhilarating. The energy, electric. Pre-show hype is contagious, feeding back in on itself, seeming to grow exponentially by the second. The gargantuan screen fades to black. The lights dim. Everybody gets up out of their seats. The crowd is deafening. It's time. Bright images flash on screen. The doors open. There they are. BTS. And 55,000 screaming fans to greet them. They first perform On. An anthem of sorts, and a message to ARMY. We're ready, bring it on. Matching the high energy, they then break into fire, and then dope. Sweating, pumped with adrenaline, they introduce themselves, each to thunderous roars. The magnitude of this energy was like nothing I've ever experienced before. One of the most remarkable aspects was just how spectacular of a performance it was. Every song was uniquely choreographed with striking visuals and varying special effects, and of course, the centerpiece of it all was the talent and ability of BTS themselves. Watching the big screen, I found myself forgetting that they were actually there, live, right in front of me. The quality of their vocal performance sounded almost identical to their studio recordings. All while dancing and performing for tens of thousands of screaming fans, I was blown away by just how good they sounded. The setlist was a thoughtful mix of 24 total songs across much of their more recent discography. Unfortunately, I don't have the time, footage, or copyrightability to show you the concert in its entirety, but here are some of my highlights. Black Swan was amazing. Halsey was there. Jimin spelled his name. They danced on these moving platforms. V asked a question.
Are you having fun?
Massive confetti cannons showered the crowd. Jin had a new hairstyle. Fireworks and lasers galore. Neat real-time video effects. And a Squid Game guard learned to love himself. But honestly, the most mind-blowing part of it all was ARMY. Not only did they bring these hilarious real-life memes, but they continually emanated this deep, passionate, resounding energy. As someone still relatively new to BTS, I was amazed by ARMY's relentless exuberance. How they could sing every song in a completely foreign language. How their energy never waned, but only seemed to grow stronger.
Should I move to LA?
How they created this selfless, generous, loving atmosphere that feels near impossible to find in today's world. How the entire stadium radiated waves of happiness and positivity, something we all could use more of. Watching the sea of ARMY bombs rippling across space, it was magical, unlike anything I've ever seen. Truly marvelous, not only technically and artistically, but emotionally too. Gazing out into the swirling mass of glowing orbs, amidst all the cheering and screaming for these 7 individuals, I was suddenly struck with a realization. Behind every single blinking light out there is a passionate, die-hard BTS fan, dancing, singing, swaying to the beat. I found myself completely moved. I felt for the first time I could truly understand the impact that BTS has on not only the 55,000 ARMY who attended, but the tens of millions spread out all across the world. BTS has transcended the superficial identity of K-pop boy band with pretty faces. They may have started that way, but they have grown, evolved into so much more. BTS has become a symbol, a beacon, for anyone and everyone that grapples with the highs and lows of life. Anyone who struggles with their own thoughts, their own emotions, and most of all, their own sense of self. A sentiment I'm sure every single ARMY could personally attest to. The enthusiasm and support of ARMY speaks volumes, both figuratively and literally. Their willingness to stand in line for hours, to buy expensive merch, to wave a multicolored LED on a plastic stick for 3 hours. It's all because of the impact that these few talented, hardworking, and passionate artists have had on them. BTS repeatedly chooses to create enduring messages of positivity. They express themselves with this raw openness, a willingness to be themselves in the face of adversity, reaching out, providing support to those who have supported them the most. ARMY. Fittingly, the penultimate performance was Answer, Love Myself, a song that, in many ways, encapsulates BTS's message as a whole, a song about perhaps the most difficult and challenging journey of all, the journey to love oneself. As the crowd swayed to the beat, I too found myself getting emotional, taken in, swayed by the message, swayed by the passion and love of ARMY all surrounding me. A beautiful moment I'll never forget. They began wrapping up by setting off the notorious ARMY bomb wave. Each member gave individual comments and farewells. True to character, they spoke with their classic blend of goofy wackiness and heartfelt sentimentality. Finally, they closed with the concert's namesake, Permission to Dance, an infusion of energy and fun back into the crowd, a positive message of support and optimism for the future. As the night wound down, they danced, cheered, and waved. They gave their all, and ARMY gave it right back. A genuinely wonderful and unforgettable experience. My first BTS concert. I'm Tim, and these are my thoughts. As always, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next episode.